Hey y'all, it's Laura, and I'm back with week 3 of the Distress Oxide video hop. Be sure to check the description box below for the other ladies' links to see their projects using Distress Oxides. And for this one, I decided to play with some black cardstock. And I love how vibrant this looks while it's wet, but it does soften quite a lot when it dries on black cardstock. And I'm using the Abandoned Coral Distress Oxide, which is kind of a cherry red, but it's going to dry much lighter than that, more like a kind of a darker pink instead. I also want to add some splattering around my big swatch of Distress Oxide, just for a little messy fun. These photos are of my daughter Chloe at her 12th birthday this year, and we had taken her to her favorite Mexican restaurant, and she was very excited to open her presents. So these are just pictures of her opening her presents. They're 3x4 photos, and I decided to use all of them because why not? This is a really fun layout, and I was excited to use the Shine On collection from Amy Tan that came in my Cheeky Studio kit because it's pink and it has little pops of purple and it's just so pretty. But another part of this kit that I really like is the little Notebook Nancy ephemera has these little girls, and it also came with the Maggie Holmes crepe paper bows. And as soon as I saw this kit, my first thought was, one of those bows is going in one of those girls' hair. And then I thought about these photos. These photos, my daughter happens to be holding a book and a kit sort of thing about JoJo Siwa, which, if you're not familiar, is I'm not exactly sure what channel she's on, but she's some sort of child personality who wears giant bows. And I thought that would be perfect for this collection. So I'm layering my photos, and I purposely wanted them to be a little wonky, not at all straight, and I took my 2 photo mats and kind of put them ace-centered, so they're not completely straight either. Here's that giant bow that I end up using. It's a gorgeous teal bow, and I thought it would pop quite nicely in all of that pink and black. So after I get my photo up onto some foam, I'm going to go ahead and start embellishing. This layout was so much fun to make, and I did have my daughter kind of walking in during the middle of it and just kind of looking over my shoulder to see what I was doing. She likes to scrapbook as well, but she has been super busy lately with band practice, so she and I haven't gotten to scrapbook together lately. I'm hoping soon we could probably do another video together. Let me know if you'd like to see that. We've done 2, I think, of her and I scrapping together with the same sketch. So that's a lot of fun to do. And now I'm going to add in our title. Now I was thinking about something like lions and tigers and bears, oh my! And so I thought I'd go with bows, clothes, and more, oh my! That's kind of the tween version of that little saying. And after I put in my figures, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and like scripty write in the oh my. It's nothing fancy, it's just a basic cursive script with some long dangly pieces off the side. And so I decided to add that in because it's really not the important part of the title, it's just kind of a subtitle, if you will. And so I decided to just do that kind of low-key with my white Uniball pen. Now this is the ephemera I was talking about. How cute are these girls? I just could not get past how cute they are. So after I've cut off the white outline on this little girl and I placed her down on the page, I went, yes, that bow is going in her hair. Yeah, honey, that's gorgeous. If you don't know, we live in the South. We live in Mississippi, and down here it is very common for tween girls, or girls who are not quite teenagers, to wear giant bows in their hair. It's a matter of pride, really, and there's a lot of Southern mamas who insist that their daughters wear these giant bows. Now, I'm not someone who really does all kinds of fancy things with her hair, and I rarely wear makeup. So her wanting to be a little glam, a little, gorgeous is perfectly fine with me, but it's not something that I can totally understand. So I have purchased a couple of these bows for her in the past, and she's lost them. So I just don't buy them anymore. But she does wear her hair in a ponytail quite often, and those little bows do look, or rather giant bows, do look rather cute on her. So I think if someone else wants to buy them, they're more than welcome to. They're just a little expensive. Now, these little clusters to the left and to the right, I've added some florals behind my little girl on the left side there. And on the right side, I've just put a camera, that pink Rubik's Cube from the collection, which I think is adorable, and a couple more florals on that side. So I've got 2 clusters going at the moment. There will be a third. At this point, though, I wasn't really sure what else I wanted to do. I had hit the point where my mental idea and inspiration had stopped. This was the point where my brain was like, I don't know what to do next. Let's just keep adding things because that's always fun, right? That's the way my brain works, guys. I just keep adding things until my brain says, okay, that's enough. We can't do anymore. So in this case, I'm adding these little clusters. I'm using my little tonic glue pen to glue all the little bits and pieces down. I love this thing. If I could buy stock and tonic glue pens and just have a case of them in my house, I totally would. They are so easy to use. Quick, super simple, faster than double-sided tape and a tape runner. I love them. Now, this little cluster to the right was a little tricky because the camera creates a bit of a shelf for me to add all these little bits and pieces to. But once I had put in that half of a gold wreath sticker from the Maggie Holmes sticker pages, I wasn't sure if it needed something else or if it was done. It just felt like there should be something else there, and eventually I end up picking something else to add to it. But at the minute, I was just kept looking at it and every once in a while touching it and going, I need something else here. This isn't quite done, I think. So I do have these stickers from the Maggie Holmes collection, Willow Lane. They came in my kit from Cheeky Studio, and I really love these phrase stickers. These are clear stickers, which makes them perfect to go directly onto your photos. So it kind of looks like you've stamped onto your photo, but in actuality, it's just a sticker. And because it's clear, it doesn't really show the outline of the sticker. So I'm going to add some of these stars all around the page for a little bit of tiny detail, just to add a little extra something to this layout. And then we're going to get to the point where the layout took a turn. It's a turn for the better, that much I can promise you. And I am really, really happy that I made the decision to do this. So at this point, I'm thinking, I need a border, guys. This little picture cluster mixed media gorgeousness is just floating in the middle of space and nothing's holding it down. So I really felt like I needed to add some kind of border or boundary on the page just to make the page feel a bit more finished, a little bit more tailored. And so what I do is I grab these couple of scraps that were sitting on my desk from a previous layout and went ahead and added a double border at the bottom. And then I'm like, should I add some more of these at the top? Should I do something different? I wasn't really sure. So until I've made my mind up about more bordering, I decided to go ahead and create a cluster down here at the bottom right. Now I chose this really cute little planner notebook set because she does love to write. So in my head, that made sense to include it on a layout about Chloe. So I also added a couple of florals around there, and then I brought in these really cute unicorn mode sequins that are also from Cheeky Studio, but I've had them for quite a while. And they're beautiful, lots of shades of pink, a little bit of purple, absolutely perfect for this layout. So I'm going to keep those and tuck them in with this little Notebook Nancy kit because it's kind of the perfect color tones for this kit. So I'm just going to add those all around just like you would enamel shapes or tiny stickers, little glitter hearts, same concept. These little sequins add a little bit of sparkle to the layout and the tiny details that really make it feel finished, that kind of add the final touches to the layout, if you will. And now, of course, some Heidi Swapp Color Shine. Now, I've only added the Heidi Swapp Color Shine around my clusters to kind of draw attention to them, not all over the page like I did with the Distress Oxide. So now that all of the clusters are everywhere, I decided a little bit more gold would look really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and rip up some washi. This is my favorite way to use this gold washi. Why? Not sure. It's just a new thing that I'm kind of doing right now. And as soon as I pick it up, the first thing I want to do is rip the washi in half. So that's what I did. And I'm going to run that on the top and the bottom. And it just adds a kind of a rugged and really modern look to the layout. And I really, really like it. I love that ripped washi. Here's my journaling genie. And I had some trouble deciding where to put my journaling. So in an unusual turn of events, I put it at the top of the page. I don't normally do that, and it does end up working out just fine. That's where I stuck my hand into the not yet dry Heidi Swapp Color Shine and made a mess of it. Yes, I did. So there's some nice big splotches of Heidi Swapp Color Shine there now, but it's kind of a messy layout, so I think it worked. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. Check out the description box below for the other ladies in this hop for more inspiration on using your distress oxides. Until next time, bye!